Alright guys, I thought I'd do something a little bit different on the channel, so I thought we'd do some dex entries from Pokemon, and there's a lot, but to make it more fitting, because my channel is based around Pokemon Masters, I thought I'd do these dex entries around Pokemon that are in Pokemon Masters, of course. And if you guys want me to do more of these videos, of course I could expand and do a whole bunch of Pokemon, of course, that aren't in Masters. So if you guys are interested, definitely let me know down in the comments below. But we are going to start off with Viabloom, because we know Viabloom is in Pokemon Masters. So the sword entry for Viabloom, it says, it has the world's largest petals. With every step, the petals shake out heavy clouds of toxic pollen. And that is actually pretty scary. Like, imagine going out on a walk with Viabloom and then just like falling to the ground to your death with Viabloom's toxic pollen. That's just going out with every step it takes. Like that, Viabloom is one of those Pokemon I would actually stay away from. So, like, imagine every time we're in the battle, like, Viabloom is, like, stepping around, doing all these attacks, so, like, realistically, those Pokemon should be dead, and those trainers, so, that is actually scary to think of. So, the shield entry for Viabloom, the larger its petals, the more toxic pollen it contains. Its big head is heavy and hard to hold up. And that honestly explains why Viabloom is, like, always struggling to keep its head up. Like, in the early sprites, like in Leaf Green and all, like, you can see Viabloom, like, on an angle every single time. But lately, in the newer games, Viabloom is actually getting better at holding its head up, clearly. We can see over here. But poor Viabloom. But yeah, this is an interesting dex entry. So let's move on to the next one. Next up is Musharna, and the sword entry for Musharna is, when dark mist emanate from its body, don't get too near. If you do, your nightmares will become reality. And that's another scary one, honestly. Like, imagine having a nightmare, and then you go to Musharna, and when the dark mist emanate from its body, and you get too near it, or too close to it, your nightmares will become reality. Like, imagine that. Imagine how scary that's going to be, and depending on what kind of nightmare you had, that can actually get insane, honestly. And this is another Pokemon I'd actually stay away from in real life. But honestly, like, Musharna, like just looking at it, like, you don't think it's one of those brutal Pokemon, but it can definitely mess with you mentally big time. So another one I stay away from. But the shield entry for Musharna is, it drowses and dreams all the time. It's best to leave it be if it's just woken up, as it's a terrible grump when freshly aroused from sleep. Or freshly roused from sleep. I don't think we've ever seen Musharna with its eyes open. I could be wrong, but for me personally, I never have, because it's probably just always asleep. But yeah, Musharna is another one that I'd stay away from. But let me know what you guys would do. Would you want to keep Musharna with you, like Bianca? I don't know how Bianca does it, but would you want to keep Musharna with you, or would you actually stay away from it? Let me know. But let's move on to the next one. So the next one is Galilee, and we're going to be taking a look at Galilee and Gardevoir, of course. But the sword entry for Galilee says, true to its honorable warrior image, it uses the blades on its elbows only in defense of something or someone. So, like, Galilee isn't anything like brutal; it's more of like a hero type of figure, clearly from what the sword entry is saying. And Galilee is one of my favorite fighting types, but besides Lucario. Lucario, we know, you guys know that Lucario is my favorite, but I do like this sword entry from Galilee. It's actually a nice little hero Pokemon in Pokemon, of course. Like, it's a cool Pokemon for sure, and the design when Mega Evolved is actually really, really cool. So the shield entry says, sharply attuned to others' wishes for help, this Pokemon seeks out those in need and aids them in battle. So this is definitely clearly a hero Pokemon, and I really, really like that. It adds more, like, to Gallade, and, like, going into the battles now, like, after reading this, I see Gallade in a different light, and that's another reason why I wanted to do this kind of video, because it's going to bring us a little bit closer to these Pokemon, and that's what these dex entries are kind of about. Like, you get to read more about the Pokemon, and you get to know more about them. So, like, it adds more character to them, which I really, really like. But that's Galilee, and I do really like his dex entries. So now let's just move on to Gardevoir. So now this is Gardevoir. It still shows Galilee there, but but Gardevoir is on top. But anyways, the sword entry for Gardevoir is it has the power to predict the future. Its power peaks when it is protecting its trainer. So like having Gardevoir, like you're probably not even gonna really understand Gardevoir because it's just gonna say Gardevoir, Gardevoir, or something. I don't know how the voice is, but like you're not gonna understand it. But like imagine having Gardevoir and it could like write down on paper, it's like, hey, yeah, you're gonna win $1 million in next week. Like that would actually be insane. Gardevoir and Galilee would be a Pokemon I'd really like to have for sure. But the shield entry for Gardevoir says to protect its trainer, it will expand all its psychic powers to create a small black hole. What? Never mind. I would not want to have Gardevoir. To protect its trainer, it will make a black hole. Like what? Like how are you gonna get back? Like if I can go in the black hole and Gardevoir can take me back and bring me to Earth, then by all means that would be cool, because then when I want to escape and just want to be stress free or something, or just want to like run away from someone, then Gardevoir, please take me in the black hole. But if I can't come back, then no, Gardevoir, I'm not gonna want you. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. That one actually got pretty deep pretty fast. Alright, and then for the next one, we got our boy Charizard. Not with red, but just Charizard. So the sword entry for Charizard is it spits fire that is hot enough to melt boulders. It may cause forest fires by blowing flames. Oh man. So red is a threat to humanity, basically, in a way, because he has the Charizard, of course, even Leon, but we know red with Charizard. So red is a threat in Pokémon Masters, of course, and he's also a threat to humanity because his Charizard can literally just breathe and just cause forest fires around the world. So that is insane. And he could melt boulders. So yeah, Charizard is definitely insane. And the shield entry for Charizard is its wings can carry this Pokemon close to an altitude of 4,600 feet. It blows out fire at a very high temperature. And, well, clearly, because it can melt boulders, so that is hard to do, unless the temperature is very, very hot. But yeah, Charizard is a very cool Pokemon, and reading this, like, there's a whole bunch of dex entries. This is just from Sword and Shield, of course. And in every game, like, the dex entry is a little bit different. Sometimes, like, they stay the same in some games, but yeah, like, this is cool. I'm sure in other games, like, there's more of a dex entry for Charizard, but this is just Sword and Shield we're taking a look at. But yeah, like, Charizard is another cool one. So there's that. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, so we got our boy Teddy here, also known as Arcanine. So if you watch my Pokemon Platinum Nuzlocke walkthrough, or if you're watching that, because I'm going to be posting part 4, I think, today. Like, I don't know when I'm going to be posting this video. Like, I'm recording this at the time of part 4, I think, of the Nuzlocke Platinum walkthrough. But I don't know when this is going to go up. But regardless, like, if you watched or are watching my Nuzlocke, then you know about Teddy. So, of course, I had to put Teddy in this one because he is also in Pokemon Masters, so I had to. I had to. So the sword entry for Arcanine is the sight of it running over 6,200 miles in a single day and night have captivated many people. Nothing spectacular there, but like that's crazy. 6,200 miles in a single day and night. Arcanine is insane. So like, if you have a car and you're running out of gas and you don't really feel like going to the gas station, then just throw the Pokeball and get Arcanine on the road and just hop on his back, and then there you go. Wherever you want to go, Arcanine will take you there, no problem. That's that's insane, and that's actually really fast too. And the shield entry is a Pokemon that has long been admired for his beauty. It runs agilely. It runs as if on wings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know why I struggled with that, but yeah, like nothing too crazy about his dex entry. More just making him of an elegant Pokemon, I guess. But honestly, he is such a cool looking Pokemon. And when I first saw him in Fire Red and Leaf Green, because that's when I first started playing Pokemon Gen 3, like he instantly became a very how can I word this? Like, not like my favorite Pokemon, but he was one of my favorite designed Pokemon in Leaf Green and Fire Red, of course. But he's not my favorite Pokemon, but he's like one of my favorite designed Pokemon. But yeah, there we go. We saw more about Teddy and how fast and far he can run. So that's insane. So let's move on to the next and final dex entry for this video. Alright, so we know Lightbird is in Pokemon Masters, and yeah, this is a little bit cut off, but I didn't want to go to like the actual website. I mean, I was on the actual Cerebi website for the Pokédex entries, but like with all the ads that pop up sometimes, like it's just annoying, so I just took screenshots. But yeah, this is Lightbird. You can see the legs, but not the head. But this is Lightbird. So let's take a look at the sword entry. Don't be fooled by its gorgeous fur and elegant figure. This is a moody and vicious Pokemon. So yeah, like when you play Sword and Shield, like when you encounter this guy in the wild area, this guy is fast. Like you just take one step near him or her, and like he's just gonna, she or he is gonna bolt at you. Like it's a fast Pokemon for sure. And I'm not surprised that it is like a vicious Pokemon, because it is like a leopard Pokemon, so like of course it's gonna be a vicious Pokemon. And the shield entry is, this stealthy Pokemon sneaks up behind prey without making any sound at all. It competes with Thieful for territory. So yeah, definitely a Pokemon we need to watch out for. One I actually wouldn't want to mess with in real life, because if you can sneak up on it without making a single sound, this Pokemon is gonna be deadly for sure. It's like, hey Lightbird, this guy's been bullying me. Can you go take care of him? Like I'll give you a treat right after. Like, like honestly, it's like, imagine that. Like this Pokemon is actually secretly threatening for sure in real life aspect. I mean, to be honest, like all these Pokemon are threatening. So if like even the pre-evolution of Lightbird would actually be threatening. Like all Pokemon, like with the moves that they can do, like honestly every single one of them are threatening to humanity in real life. So yeah, but anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed these kind of videos or this kind of video, definitely let me know down in the comments below. And I'll do more of them, of course, and I'll expand and do other Pokemon that aren't in Pokemon Masters. But yeah, I just wanted to start off with doing Pokemon that are in Masters, and see how you guys like it. And if you guys do like it, I'll do more, of course, and we'll go from there. But hope you guys enjoyed. That'll be it for this video, and I'll see you guys later.